Okay, Jack, I just want to start off by saying well done. You got quite a lot of work done. There's definitely been a lot of progress over the past few weeks. Um, and I think you're really understanding now how you can take the project. I'm going to go through what you need to do to improve. I start off by saying I'm not sure why you've decided to go with a black background. Um, I don't think you needed to do that. I would like you to go back to using white. I think if your reason for going to black is to make these stand out more, I don't really think you need to do that. For these pieces here where you've got the brushes and so forth, okay, let's leave it as black. It kind of works quite well, but it's like it's overdone. You've got it going on everywhere, so I would go back to white, especially when we get to kind of like this stage here. I think that needs to go back to white, and this one here. So from here you need to go back to white. This is fine. Okay, so you're responding to the work of René Magritte. This is your setup piece, so this should come first. And we need some camera values, shutter speed, aperture. We want to get those on because they actually show us and tell us a lot about what's been going on and why we've used certain settings. Okay, so this was fine. This piece here is too pixelated, and I think that's because we stretched this one. So rather than stretching this one, I'd like you to find this image again on your computer, paste it in and make it to the right size you want it, and then crop it. Here you've got your referencing to the skull, and that all makes sense because we went through this. This seems okay. It seems a little bit pixelated. I'm not sure if it's just my computer. I'll have to check this on your laptop. A little bit more development there, that's fine. Here you've got some referencing the work of Robert Rauschenberg. This is good. This is your piece here. And then you've looked at surrealism in art. Alright. But there's no analysis or reference to how the surrealist produce surrealist art. The fact that they transform things, metamorphosize things, change the laws of nature by having things in the air which shouldn't be in the air. Juxtaposition, which is how things are placed in different. You need some analysis on one of these pieces and going through the characteristics of surrealism. What they did to make something look surreal. So here, floating objects, body parts missing, scale of things changed. Things that should be really big are really small. Things that are really small are really big. This is perfectly represented in the work of René Magritte here. Huge objects, personal items, linked in a small space. So that's important. Please don't stretch images. Okay, that shouldn't be stretched. And then you've started to compare and contrast these two works, which is good. But this is just too basic, you know. We need to add to this. So I will help you with this. We'll sit down and we'll go through this together. So when you get to this stage, make sure you ask me. Here you've got some more work of René Magritte. Faces being covered. No, it's just become a stimulus page because there's no references here. There's nothing about what does this mean? Why has he done this? Hiding identity. These people are hidden from the real world. Are they ashamed of themselves? Or are they just faces without any kind of personality? So I need you to really look at that and kind of give a reason for why you've done it. Here again, the face, the arm coming out outstretched. A very good response, I have to say. I was really pleased with this response. It works really well. A little bit unrefined, but you had a go at doing it, and it's quite comical. It works, and you get the same kind of appearance here. Denis Dubois. I don't know who Denis Dubois is. It's not this. It's not this. So I'm not sure who you're responding to. And I'm not sure if you've taken these photographs or not because it's not very clear. If you have, there should have been some kind of setup shot maybe, or if you have, it should be developing ideas and your analysis and your shutter speed values and so forth. If you've taken these pictures because you're going to use them and edit them to create new creatures and new objects, that's fine. And it's good that you've taken a variety, but why have you chosen these objects? Is it just because they were lying around? What do they represent? You know, how are you going to use them? See, we've got some more objects here and some more. And then you've started to mess around and put them in an environment, which is fine. You know, you're doing this is working. I think we can make collages which are a little bit more this works because they're all kind of saturated objects and they all kind of fit. This doesn't work as well because they look a little bit pasted on. And there's not really enough. So we need to really explore the collage idea. I wanted to start simple objects in a space and then we can go into creating more advanced collages. This is quite nice. And the composition is working quite well, and I like the layout and everything. So there's a lot of good stuff going on, but we also want to kind of think about closer views like you've shown here, maybe like a close-up. Again, this is good development, and you know, you're trying things out, but we can do more. You're on the right track. We want more development of Photoshop collages, and we might even have to bring in another artist to give us some more ideas. But this is a lot better than it was a few weeks ago, and again, it's moving in the right direction. The potential to be a very strong project. So yeah, a few little changes and a few additions and we should be good.